Now that we know ThemeKit is correctly hooked up to our Shopify theme, we're going to bring in all of our styling. And this video will be a little bit longer than normal because we're bringing in a few different libraries for both our styling and our JavaScript. So just follow along as closely as you can, and then at the end of the video, you'll see the entire setup. So don't worry too much if you fall behind. You can fast forward to the end if you'd like. What we're going to do is add our styling from our HTML template. So if we go into our style CSS file here, just do a select all, copy, and in our fashion theme here, go style SCSS and paste it in there. Oops. So copy, paste. Perfect. Close that out, and we're also going to add in here our script. So here we're going to create a new file, and we're going to actually call it theme.js. So save it, theme.js. Same thing here, it's just the Shopify convention is calling it theme.js. So we're just going to grab everything in here, copy, paste. Great, that works. And to include that JS file that we've just created, we'll want to essentially do what we've done here up top, or what was here before, and paste it. And here we're just going to say theme.js asset URL, and this here is going to be called a script tag instead of a style sheet tag. All right, so this is where we're going to bring in all of our libraries. So we've got a number of libraries that we're using to make the theme work and function. And instead of actually downloading all of those files and bringing them into our actual Shopify theme, I'm just going to rely on a content delivery network, a CDN. And essentially what a CDN is you can basically link to these files via it being hosted somewhere else. And one I like to use is called CDN.js. So this is all of the, this will have a lot of libraries that we can use out of the box. So one of the first ones we're going to bring in here is Slick Carousel. So Slick Carousel will be, I'll show you how we're using that later, but it's essentially when we're on the product page and we're shifting through the product images. So what we'll want to bring in here is called Slick Theme Min right here, the minimal version, the minimized version of this styling. And right above the style SCSS line, we're just going to do a link, href equals that. And I'm going to just pull this out a little bit more so it looks nicer. And we're also going to bring in the Slick CSS. So this is just, there's a Slick CSS and a theme CSS. And here, I'm just going to bring in the actual base CSS styling. And Sublime Text has a shortcut. If you just type in link and press tab, it'll actually create the rest of it for you. And we don't want any of this stuff right here. Okay, so I'm going to move pretty quickly here and bring in the rest of the styling that we need and the rest of the JavaScript that we'll need. So we have Slick.js here. I'm just going to copy this, and down at the bottom, just do a script tag. And again, if you don't want to watch all of this happening, you can fast forward to the end and you'll see all of the libraries that we're bringing in here. So we've got Slick Carousel bringing in, Bootstrap right here that we're going to bring in. So we've got the style sheet right here and the JavaScript file. So we have to actually bring this. We actually want to bring in jQuery as well. So actually, let's go back to that CD njs.com. Do jQuery, copy, and let's put that above. So you'll just want to make sure that the jQuery is loaded first. All right, and then we want to bring in Font Awesome. So just copy this here, link to Font Awesome. Can't forget Lodash as well. So we're actually bringing in Lodash as well. And actually, if we do Lodash CDN, okay, so this is still the best place. Okay, the minimized version, and just put it here. The only real thing that you'll want to make sure that we have in order is that jQuery is loaded first, because jQuery needs to be loaded first before this Bootstrap works and before Slick works. All right, so this is all of the libraries that we have and that we'll be using for this theme. It's not a whole lot. We've just got Slick for carousel, Lodash for some small things that we're doing to and you'll see later some small things that we're doing to get the categories select dropdowns working. And we've got Font Awesome for all of our fonts. These are our Slick CSS styling files, and then we're bringing in Bootstrap for our front end framework. So feel free to go ahead and pause it here to make sure that all of these links are working properly. Now, this integrity and cross-origin part of the Bootstrap CDN might not be exactly the same. That's perfectly fine. Just go to the Bootstrap's, let's go back here, Bootstrap's getting started download page here, and just copy it from right here. And actually, they have a jQuery Slim version right here. Maybe we'll just use this one instead. So let's grab this jQuery here and remove this one and paste it in right here. Because in Bootstrap, we are using this popper min.js for their dropdowns. I believe it's their dropdowns, some of their JavaScript dropdowns, and then we're bringing jQuery here. All right, so there you have it. This is what our theme liquid file should look like, and it's got all of our styling and all of our JS files. Now we can actually start building out the header and the content and see what that looks like.